Top weight is Tordorf Express, a non-runner. Linden's Lotto is a 6-to-1 favourite now. Anthony Martin Rise. Right said Fred, 16-to-1. Peter Bull claiming 5. Time for a run, 14-to-1. Philip Fenton. Then number 5 is Shannon Gary, 14-to-1. John McNamara, JP McNamara. John Time weight 33-to-1. Marcus Armitage. Fraser Island 25-to-1. Tom Cloak. All the aces 14-to-1. That's JT McNamara. Strong Chairman 20-to-1. Sam Stronge. Cab on Target 16-to-1. Alan Dempsey. Strong Till 33-to-1. Leslie Jefford. Wandering Light 11-to-1. Noel Fairty, a festival winner. Wandering Light. Oswald Ladd 25-to-1. Paul Clinton 8-to-1. Richie Forrest. Carling for Gale 25-to-1. Paul Maloney. Noyan 33-to-1. Chris Bonner. Number 17 on the card is In Truth. He won the race last year, and he's ridden by Mark Bradburn on this occasion. In Truth. 20-to-1 is the price on offer. Scotland Green 7-to-1. James Crowley. Tell the Nipper 20-to-1. Kevin O'Sullivan claims 5. Stan Moore, who's blinkered 33-to-1. Alex Charles Jones. Eloise 20-to-1. Carl Wise. Celtic Giant 20-to-1. Bruce Gibson. And just a runner not in when Tomo was talking. Crabapple Hill doesn't take part, but Tremont does 25-to-1. Anthony Ross. That's the lineup.
14 favourites and 73 runnings have won it. Only 2 since Chancer 30 years ago, and they have come for this Linden's Lotto. I saw one bookmaker lay 9-to-1 early, 8-7, and now 6-to-1 against Linden's Lotto. Out to 15-to-2 is Scotland Green, with Clinton an 8-to-1 chance, 11 Wandering Light, 14 Time for a Run, Shanna Gary and all the aces, and 16-to-1 Bar.
Over a stretch 3 miles. Time went a little bit slow, and Cab on Target slow to stride. 19 fences to jump. Come down to the first, and Strong Chairman and Noyan are the pacey ones. And he went to the top of his Strong Chairman because got over, as did all the others. And Noyan just leads from Strong Chairman. In Truth won the race last year, positioned 3rd early on. Then we have Right Said Red running 4 and Eloise 5, and on the outside is Time for a Run in 6. Tremont racing 7, and Tell the Nipper is in 8. On the outside is Scotland Green as they take the second, over which Eloise made a mistake, and Wandering Light was a little bit awkward as well. Time Wait is one of the back markers. They swing left-handed and race away from packed enclosures, and as they head down the hill towards fence number 3, it's going to be Noyan that still just has the edge on the outside of Strong Chairman.
Fairly steady early pace. In Truth there towards the outside with Time for a Run as they take the next. Celtic Giant jumping up fairly well towards the outside. Time Won't Mate, a bad mistake towards the rear as they head on towards the water, and it's Noyan, In Truth, Celtic Giant. Time for a Run in the white cap. Near side noseband is Strong Chairman then as they take the water jump, and over this one just in behind them Right Said Fred. And now a big ditch coming up. Celtic Giant on the outside in the green jacket. On the near side is Noyan. Between them in a noseband is In Truth, and then follows Scotland Green into 4th place with Eloise and then Strong Chairman. They all clear that one safely. Linden's Lotto a long way back at this still very early stage. Now another plain fence. Noyan, In Truth just the first to rise though from Celtic Giant. Then Eloise and Scotland Green with Strong Chairman the inside as they now climb on the far side of the course. They're approaching the high point of this Freshbury Park track, and on the inside Noyan from In Truth. Celtic Giant, Strong Chairman as they come to this big open ditch now, and In Truth stood off a long way from that. He just clambered to the other side. Did well for a little horse there. Cab on Target is the back marker now. Reaching the top of the hill then, In Truth from Celtic Giant, Noyan, Strong Chairman, Eloise and Tremont the inside, and then follows Scotland Green out wide with Stanmore improving. Right Said Fred. Time for a Run behind these with Tell the Nipper down the hill.
Time to get a bit of a breather really into the horse as they come down towards fence number 8 of the 19. They jump, and in the purple and white In Truth bowling along in front. Red on the inside is Noyan showing in 2nd. The green Celtic Giant is 3rd. Then in the pale yellow and blue, Scotland Green on the outside, a touchdown in a share of 4 with Eloise. The faller there was Tremont. He went and slightly hampered Time for all the aces, and so they continue to run down the far side and down towards fence number 9, and coming into it now it's In Truth that just has the edge. In Truth and Celtic Giant, and the birch went flying there as Stanmore makes a mistake. Did well to recover there, Stanmore. Alex Charles Jones fiddling for his irons to make sure he doesn't fall off on the turn. They make their way towards fence number 10 then. and it's In Truth who's been bowling along in front with Celtic Giant on the outside. Then we've got Strong Chairman running in a closing third. Scott and Green is for Eloise 5. On the outside comes All the Aces go with Time for Run the inner, and behind these goes Stanmore the outside. Fraser Island follows, and then Right Said Fred, and there's a melee on the bend there, and horses are brought down. Clinton's brought down, Carlick the Gale's brought down, Fraser Island has gone, Right Said Fred has gone, and so 4 horses went, and also at the rear Time Won't Wait is also out of the race. Drama there, and this has had an effect on the race midfield, but up front the 2 who still bowl along are In Truth and Celtic Giant. They still have the edge, 1 and 2, with Strong Chairman and then Scott and Green, and then behind these comes Eloise.
Marcus Armitage being attended to after his fall. Meanwhile, on the far side, In Truth almost down, but Eloise is down at that one, and Stanmore a very bad mistake, and Wandering Light was hampered, as now they continue towards the water, and Celtic Giant in front from Strong Chairman, Scott and Green, In Truth towards the inside, and In Truth almost down again. He's taken an awful lot of chances as they continue towards an open ditch, and it's Strong Chairman that once again goes up the inside of Celtic Giant, and then Tell the Nipper improving into third place. So just lost his hind legs over that open ditch. They're getting a bit strung out, and the jumping becoming quite ragged now. A plain fence coming up, and Celtic Giant from Strong Chairman, and they're 2 or 3 lengths clear of Scott and Green and Tell the Nipper, and then behind these making a bit of ground is Shanna Gary. Wandering Light right out towards the rear. Time for a Run getting a bit closer, and so is Strong Tell as well in the red and white colours sheepskin noseband into about 5th place, heading towards this open ditch once again, and Celtic Giant with about a 3 or 4 length lead from Strong Chairman, Scott and Green, then Strong Tell. Linden's Lotto trying to make ground from the rear has got about 7 or 8 in front of him as they reach the high point of the course once again, and Celtic Giant has been up for the lead all the way under Bruce Gibson, and getting away from them Strong Chairman, Strong Tell, and then Scott and Green.
So down the hill to run, and this rank outside is Celtic Giant. Bruce Gibson riding in the green colours. Under pressure is Strong Chairman, but in the white and red Strong Chell is getting closer. Then up on the outside Scott and Green. They come down towards the third from home. Linden's Lotto the favourites trying to get into the picture, but about 15 lengths to make up on the principals. He touches down there in 5 in front of Time for a Run and then Tell the Nipper, and the strugglers include Wandering Light, a festival winner but well outpaced today. It's Celtic Giant who leads, coming down towards the second last. This is it, and a big bold jump. Mistake there by Strong Tell. Scott and Green was also untidy, and Strong Chairman can't find a lot more, but it's Celtic Giant who showed a lot of improvement first time out this season for Len Lungo, and he's certainly got the race at his mercy for only 1 more fence to be jumped in the Fulke Walwyn Muir Challenge Cup for Celtic Giant, who's clear by 12 to 15 lengths. How does he take the final fence in a spring-heeled fashion? And Strong Tell comes for 2nd place. Scott and Green, and then Tell the Nipper is running on again. Could yet get placed. Also Allswell Lad is staying on up the hill, but it's Celtic Giant with the race in safekeeping, clear by a country mile as Celtic Giant takes the race for Len Lungo. It'll be a blanket for 2nd place with Tell the Nipper running on in front of Strong Tell and Allswell Lad. Allswell Lad, Strong Tell. Jockey dropped the reins on Allswell Lad. Quite dramatic, but beats Noyan and Scott and Green, and In Truth, last year's winner, well outpaced today. Then Linden's Lotto and Strong Chairman continue. Shanna Gary never got into the argument at all. Cab on Target was always out the back, and Wandering Light was the last horse to finish. And so at 20 to 1, the winner of this amateur riders race is the Star Jacket of Celtic Giant, ridden by Bruce Gibson, trained up in Scotland by Lenny Lungo, in the colours of Mr. R.J. Gilton. Second horse home is number 19, Tell the Nipper, and it's a close call for 3rd and 4th.
And Ireland and now Scotland amongst the winners on this first day of the festival. Celtic Giant at 20 to 1, second number 19, Tell the Nipper at 16 to 1, third number 13, Allswell Lad 25 to 1, and fourth number 11, Strong Tell at 33 to 1. Linden's Lotto, the 6 to 1 favourite. Non-runners numbers 1 and 23.